I'm Mike Sullivan. Let's talk about an impact bag, what it is, and how to use it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about using this impact bag. It's a really helpful and simple training aid, and I wanted to talk to you about it more in an environment that's kind of like something you can set up at your home. So we're in our area of our golf school where we use foam balls and we use inexpensive like indoor type net or indoor/outdoor nets. And let's just talk about this thing. So the real purpose of this impact bag is obviously to help somebody out with impact. And when I say impact, what I mean is really, I hate to talk about the golf swing in positions, but it's about how we deliver the club into the ball. We really would like to have the handle leading the club head into the ball as opposed to the club head leading the handle. If you get into little pitch shots, there can be a little variation there, but roughly the habit, we want to be in the habit of being able to strike the ball with the handle ahead. And you'll notice that when I do this, weight moves into my front foot and hips are turning here. Handle is leading the club head. So I'm going to get this real golf ball out of the way. I'm going to bring one of these foam ones in. So one of the problems that a lot of golfers seem to have is overcoming this instinct to try to lift the ball in the air, okay, or to flip the ball using your hands. Okay, so you can see these types of shots, we see a lot of that. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm also catching the ground before I hit the ball. So what's happening is the low end of my swing is taking place before I get to the ball. I'm bottoming out and then hitting the ball. Another thing that can happen here is when we're having this fault of the club head flipping past our hands, we can also never touch the ground and then just catch the ball on the way up, and we hit a thin shot. So thin shots and fat shots really can come from the same place, which is the low end of the swing taking place behind the ball, and that's something that the impact bag can help us out with. So here's the idea. Instinctively, when we take something like this, okay, and number one, I'm going to make contact up here in the bag. I'm not going to try to make contact down here in the bottom. If you buy one of these bags and you're trying to hit the bottom of the club into the bottom of the bag, you're going to break the seam open and your bag's going to be broken. So we're going to set up here. I'm basically simulating a longer club. I'm standing back from the bag a little bit, and I've got the club face set up right in the logo here where it says skills right there. Okay. And then all I want to do is make a little swing where the shaft of the club makes contact with the bag before the club face does. Okay? So shaft first. Just like that. Shaft first. And what will happen is when I'm working with someone in a lesson doing this, I'll say to them, okay, do this exactly like I'm doing it. Club up here in the logo, shaft first, exactly the speed. I'll ask them to do that. And here's what I get. Okay, so when you're going all out, it's hard to really focus on what you're doing, and it's hard to change anything that's already coming natural. So we're going to slow this down a little bit. As a matter of fact, when we get people on slow motion video and we get them to hit this bag, even when they're doing pretty well, a lot of times when we go slow motion, when they've got their normal grip on it, two hands on the club, they still kind of come through this way, and then the weight of the bag makes this happen. So what I found can really help you learn this faster is to hit the bag one-handed. If you're a right-handed golfer, start off with the club only in your right hand. And we've made videos about this before. Get the feeling that you're just going to throw the club out down the fairway. So one-handed. okay? And what I'm looking for is I'm looking to feel that I'm putting pressure in my lead foot all the way. And you can see after I strike that bag, I've got this little cup in my wrist, and the handle is ahead of the club head. And I'm really just thinking about the shaft of the club hitting the bag before the club head. So that's not too tough, okay? Then I want you to put the club in your lead hand, so my left hand. I'm going to do the same thing with just my left hand on the club. Now watch on this one. We want to make sure that we turn our shoulders. We don't just do this, okay? Because our golf swing is going to be our shoulders and hips turning as well. At the end, you can see I've got weight in my front foot, handle ahead, and now on my lead arm, I've got a flat left wrist. Could even have a bowed left wrist or lead wrist, okay? So I would hit the bag 10 times right hand, 10 times left hand, and now we're going to go to two hands. And believe it or not, this is the toughest way to do it properly. Got my grip, both hands on the club, nice and slow. Nice and easy. Resist the urge to just whack that thing, just to wail on it, okay? Nice and easy, a little harder. So that's going to be 10 reps right-handed, 10 reps left-handed, 10 reps with your hands together. Resist the urge to hit the heck out of the bag when you first learn this. Because what we're really trying to do is, I don't want to make this video about a biomechanics lesson, but really there's more to it than just the handle leading. It's about the way that we shift our weight, the way that our hips turn, our shoulders turn. I don't want to get into all that. I just want to be able to help you hit the ball better by getting the handle leading that club head. All right, so these bags are available on Amazon. I think we've got a link to our website. I'll put a link in the description. These have done really well for us. They're the Smash Bag by Skills. They're not very expensive. When you get the bag, you're going to fill it with something. So put in like old laundry, and I want you to fill the bag, and when it's full, fill it up some more. Really, really get it good and filled up. Don't put sand in there. Don't put anything in there that you don't want to break out on the floor and have to clean up, okay? I hope that helps. I'll see you next time.